In the Sunrise newsfeed this morning, Harry and Meghan could be cut off completely by Buckingham Palace when Charles becomes king in a bid to save British taxpayers' money. Royal biographer Angela Levin claims several other members of the royal family will be encouraged to get a job. No! To support themselves financially, with the new firm likely to just include Charles, Camilla, Will and Kate and their children, George, Louis and Charlotte. For their take, I'm joined by ARN National News Director Deb Clay, Samantha Jackson and the Morning Show's Kylie Gillies. Sam, Harry and Meghan, cut off complete. How will they survive apart from their Netflix and Spotify deals and speaking engagement money? They'll be down to their last 10 mil.
They'll be okay. I'm sure they'll be fine. I mean, they've already rescinded their titles anyway, so I can't see it being a problem.
Yeah.
And we know that the Queen, she's highly sentimental. But when you're looking at this, I look at the royal family from a human perspective. This is interesting post-COVID, Koshi. It's all about the business. And we know that a lot of companies, they are looking at their employees. They are doing this calibration and they're saying, who is the most high value? So Princess Anne, Prince Charles and the Queen herself, they're doing a lot of engagements. They're very active. You look at Harry and Meghan, they are too, but a lot of it, it's in self-interest. I don't think the Queen is ready for a plan like this. I think that it very much seems like a plan for Prince Charles to execute.
What do you think, Kylie?
Well, I couldn't help but think this is really bad news for your earlier guest, the love child of Charles and Camilla. in a slim-down royal family, I don't think there's going to be room for him. So I'd just like maybe stop now.
Hang on, but he might, if it's true that he is the love child of Charles and Camilla, he'll be above William.
Yes, he might actually make it in. It could be good news for him.
Make the cut.
Yeah, it's quite the restructure, Koshi.
Yeah.
Watch that space.
I wonder if they'll have to do a TAFE course to learn how to work in a real job or something like that. Now, Sydney Private School could make remote learning permanent for senior students in response to lessons learnt during the pandemic. St Aloysius College, Allos, wants Year 11 and 12 boys to attend class online 3 days a fortnight, arguing kids have become accustomed to a more flexible environment over the past year. No comment, though, on whether fees will be cut accordingly.
Yeah.
Deb, what do you think?
It does make you wonder, doesn't it? I've heard great things about St Aloysius. You do have to sit an entrance exam to get in. This is a selective school. So I think that this situation, if you were a gifted or in that accelerated learning phase, this could work for you because you're happy to be autonomous. But I think in other schools, if you did have a learning difficulty, if you did thrive on that social situation, I think it could be quite challenging for kids like that.
And also, Sam, depends on whether you'll be supervised at home or whatever, or could schools offer 2 tiers of fees to parents to say, well, if your kid comes 5 days a week, it's X dollars. If they come 3 days a week or 2 days a week, it's a lower fee.
Well, they obviously could, but I think, you know, at one stage we've got to look at, well, is this good for the kids? Like, is this good for their social development? Is this forming the right bonds? I think there needs to be a little bit of unity and camaraderie between those kids. That there's enough isolation. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about this one.
Carls, you've got kids in this area.
I'm not qualified to talk about much, but this I really... Gus left Year 12 last year, Archie's in Year 11 right now. I think the senior school is a time where teachers and the kids, they need more face time than ever before. I really do believe that that's the case, that it's where they're at their most critical learning. Sure, in Sydney you do waste a lot of time in the commute, but the kids want to be at school in those years.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about...
It's a special time for them.
You've got band, you've got cadets, you've got everything, and I just think you need to be there in the school where my boys go. They actually increase the teacher to kid face to face. You get more hours in front of your teacher, and my kids would not like this idea.
It's a great period to have a relationship.
Absolutely.
Now, just quickly, a bride-to-be has divided opinion with a list of rules for her upcoming wedding. The lengthy post included strict conditions. No posting to social media before the bride and the groom do. No big announcements or proposals to compete. Do not wear white. Pace yourself while drinking, Kylie, and no phones during the ceremony. What do you think? Over the top, or do you think?
Do you know what? I kind kind of agree with every single rule. Would I ever put it in writing and tell people that? No.
Deb?
I think that this is totally fine. In fact, based on one wedding that I went to, I'd like to add 2 further items. One is if you're a bridesmaid, don't get into a fist fight. The second is, you know, that floral arrangement in the middle of the table. Don't pick it up and take it before the bride has left the building.
Good one, Sarah.
This is common courtesy and respect. Like, does she have to spell it out for people, really?
Might be a reflection of friends and family.